Hello, this is the first video in my 5-video series for quick fixes for a healthier you. I'm Marianne, and today we're talking about stress. Whether it's work, family, or just life in general, we all deal with stress. In this video, I have 5 quick and easy techniques that you can use to reduce stress in just minutes. First, let's talk briefly about stress. Stress is a physical or an emotional response or reaction that occurs when we encounter challenges or demands in our life. Stress can be considered acute or chronic. When we have chronic stress and it goes on for too long, this can seriously impact our health. So let's focus on ways to help manage and reduce our stress. The first technique that I like to use is deep breathing. When we feel stressed, our body tends to take quicker, shallower breaths, which actually increases our stress more. So taking calm, slow, deep breaths, focusing on our breathing, can help calm our nervous system and restore balance in our day. Focusing on breathing also helps ground us mentally to help reduce stress. So there are many resources online that you can use to help guide you through some deep breathing or deep breathing exercises. I personally, to slow down my breathing, just like to focus on inhaling through my nose for a few seconds, pausing, holding that breath for a second or two, and then slowly exhaling that breath. Doing this for 1 to 2 minutes, I've noticed significantly decreases my stress and helps me feel so much better after improving that breathing. The next technique that I like to use sometimes to manage stress is visualization. Our minds can really be a powerful tool, and I think this helps with a mental reset when we're really stressed out and need a little mental break. I personally like to focus on or think about a calming place when I need that mental reset. So I like to think about some of my favorite memories. Personally, I typically put myself on a beach somewhere mentally, someplace warm because I'm always cold, or some of our Thailand trip and travels are some of my favorite memories. So I like to close my eyes and just think about that for a minute or two and remind myself of like the positive, good things in my life to help manage that stress. And you can also think about what did, that place look like, feel like, what did you hear, see, smell, to really put yourself in that memory. Or you can really visualize any place that you would like to be, whether that's mountains, beach, forest, jungle, just to give yourself that mental break as well. I really feel like this helps reset my focus in my day and decrease that stress that's going on in that moment. The third tip that I have is just a quick stretch to help release some physical tension. Personally, I tend to hold a lot of my stress in my shoulders. My upper back, my shoulders is always really, really tight and sore. I like to take little breaks and stretch throughout the day, especially because I sit at a desk and work at a computer a lot. So one of my favorite stretches is just collapsing my hands together and stretching all of that back and that shoulders out. You can do neck rolls, some neck stretches, some arms, some upper body stretches, some spinal twists. I also love getting up and stretching my hamstrings. My hamstrings are always tight also. So I love just sitting in like a ragdoll yoga pose to stretch my hamstrings and my posterior chain out a little bit, especially after sitting for a long time. So do what works for you, but I think just stretching the body, getting that physical tension out here and there helps relieve stress. The fourth technique that I find helpful and recommend for our stress management is journaling. Writing down our thoughts and our emotions really helps us process what's going on mentally, which can help lead to a clearer perspective and get a sense of relief to get that all out. It allows us to express feelings that are really hard to say, and personally it helps me reduce my anxiety by putting my worries down on paper. Plus it gives us an opportunity to track patterns and notice triggers to help us cope more effectively over time. Honestly, I really never want to journal, but when I make myself do it, it ends up being a very good thing and I feel so much better afterwards. I really should do it on a regular basis, and actually I have been trying to work on that more in this year, 2025. The last technique that I have for you for stress management is movement. Physical activity, exercise, actually releases releases endorphins, feel-good hormones for our body and for our brain, which will naturally help reduce stress. When I do not get my routine physical activity in, my stress levels increase so much. Exercise is a very helpful and powerful tool to our stress management. This doesn't have to be working out for hours on end. This can really be a 5 to 10 minute walk to help relieve that stress. Stress is inevitable, but with these techniques, you can take control and feel relaxed in just a few minutes. I hope you have found these tips helpful to manage stress in your life. That's going to be all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.